Okay. Hormuz Gospel, Srini, back on. Hey, Srini. I'm going to call you. I've been meaning to call you for the last time. I'll call you once this is finished. Hi, Arish. Arish, how are you doing? How are things? How are your bikes doing? Mira is back. Hey, Yatish, Freddy, hi. Hi, guys. Hello. Yeah, I can hear you. Yes, I can. Same issue, is it? Vicky, hi. Welcome back. Doctor, welcome, Dr. Rajaram. So now I can see you very clearly. Thank you. Cool.
Perfect. Okay, so I'm not going to move
Enrico,
from
thanks
here,
for
I
calling
guess.
back. Okay, don't move. Okay, so finally, we've
Well,
got you.
yes, finally. Wait a second, this is something weird here.
Yeah.
So, hello to all. Yeah, okay.
Okay,
Loud and
lovely.
clear?
Fantastic. Yes, loud and clear and looks great as well. So, okay,
Perfect.
we are about 10 minutes behind schedule, so we'll make the introductions a little short, though I
No
don't think
problem.
people who are in the industry and are motorcycle fans would have not heard of you, Nelly. So I'm going to give a very short one. So I know Nelly as Nilesh Dobal from about 4 or 5 years ago. He doesn't refer to him as Nilesh Dobal anymore, like I don't refer to myself as Sabir Samant anymore. So Nelly is director and head trainer at Big Rock Duck Park. And as we all know, this is something where CS Santosh is involved, and it is the best training school in the country when it comes to off-road. There is no question about that, right? And being the head trainer for that institute and molding youngsters, and even not just youngsters, but people like us who want to learn the tricks of the trade, is a huge responsibility, and Nelly is responsible for doing that. So a little bit about Nelly. He's an accomplished downhill biker. He made a transition into the off-road segment with CS Santosh, under the guidance of CS Santosh. Pivotal role in handling the operations part of it. And as you know, he's a passionate biker as well. That's why he's doing this, and I'm a little bit jealous of him for being able to make money from what
Come
he
on,
loves to do.
even you are in a similar field, right?
True.
We all try to revolve around bikes
Absolutely.
and things which you love to.
Yeah. So now that I've spoken that much, I'm going to hand it over to you. Tell us your story, Nelly. I think a little bit of background of where you're from and how did you end up with Big Rock? You know, this massive operation that you run and are responsible for, such a big responsibility. How did you get here? What was the journey?
So, I think I don't know whether everybody knows, but I'm from Mumbai, Amchi, Mumbai. Right? So, obviously, the love for riding bikes and bicycles was what we always want to do, right? And that's what I also kept at it right from, I think, school days. And then eventually, I think I had an opportunity to come to Bangalore because of cycling. And I was working with Red Rooster Racing. This is some 10-15 years ago.
Okay.
So that's when I got a chance to come down to Bangalore, and then that's when I met CS, and then we kept riding. We used to go out for rides. Then I came to his park, where this was back then was a private track for himself.
Yeah.
On his own property. So then we were just out there for weekend rides. Then it became then he came up with an idea that I think we should share the love of the sport, and we should teach people about doing things,
Right.
how to do things rightly, and grow the culture and the sport all together. So that's when his idea was like, okay, that sounds interesting, and maybe we should step into it, and that's how I came into the park that way.
Lovely. Fantastic. Nothing better than doing what you love, right? So absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there are pros and cons of everything, and
Yeah.
of course, even this has good days as well as bad days. But I mean, Like
True.
currently, right now, the way we are facing.
True. True.
Today I'm actually stepped out after like I don't know how many days, 50, 60 days
Okay.
of the lockdown. Today I'm for the first time I'm here at the park after a really long time. I
Yeah.
just came here. We were thinking of opening the park, so wanted to just
Oh,
check
you
on the
were.
facility in the maintenance bit and
Lovely. 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 I've lost you there. Connection issue, I think. Little bit of a connection issue. Okay. Yeah, under the shed was perfect. Yeah, this is great. This you just stay where you are, so that I think that's the best connection that we've got so far.
okay,
Okay.
nice and windy here.
Oh, it is okay. Great. So you were saying you were planning on opening the park. That's what got us excited,
Yes,
and the
so
connection got cut.
absolutely. So we're trying to open the park. We're trying to see the what are the norms over here by the government
Yeah.
rules, as well as we're trying to see to place the SOPs in position, right?
Right.
Where obviously this times needs new measures,
True.
and we're trying to put them together.
True. True. True.
It's safety comes first.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. So my follow up question to when I asked you how you landed up here doing this
Mm.
as a career was that rallying or motocross is it's a big sport and it's picking up, but it's not a very big commercial sport yet, right? Though it is growing steadily over the years because of efforts of people like you, right? Because otherwise there is no infrastructure in the country.
And the connection loses.
Yeah.
So I'll have to do with my blurred face.
Okay, that's
If you
fine.
can,
It's
if the
okay, no problem. We
audio is
already got
clear,
the
if the audio is clear.
yeah. Let's just go with that. I already got clear video of you earlier, so that's fine. People will know how you look like today. Okay.
There you go.
Uh, Great. So um, in the interest of time, I'm going to have to keep the questions shorter. I had a lot more, but then we have to skip through some.
Sure,
I
sure.
want to ask you, though the sport is in the sense of the sport, it's limited to a
Hmm.
particular arena. But what's the longest journey that you have done on a motorcycle?
Okay. I don't know. I don't remember, to be very honest, but I do remember my first ride on my RD 350 from Bombay to Pune.
Okay,
I think
nice,
that's one
nice,
of
nice. How many?
yeah. So that was one of my memorable rides because firstly it's RD 350.
Yeah,
Somehow put together to maintain one bike. I had two bikes to as a donor parts to that.
yeah,
And then I used to always I lived in Mahim and I used to always go for a quick run on the C-Link. That time the
yeah,
C-Link was not connected. I would do like a speed
yeah,
run I would do and bring it back and keep the motorcycle. So the bike used to overheat at times. There were carb issues. So I had it for a long time, and then there was a one point where I converted the bike into CDI sort of a thing, and then the bike
yeah,
was good to go for a longer period, right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
that's when I decided that you know what, I should take this bike to show to my friends in Pune, and then that's one of the rides during the monsoon time. In fact,
yeah.
I think similar. There's similar month though. I took the bike. So that ride was beautiful. The brakes were bad, but manageable.
Yeah.
Uh, and the bike, it just used to. I mean, whoever has owned 350 RD would obviously love the sound of the exhaust and all the things. Like, I mean, it was a fuel guzzler. I was always worried that that when the tank is going to get empty, I would carry a liter bottle in a backpack like a noob, and but yeah, somehow I made it. So that memory, that's the longest ride memory I think I remember the most. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
And
It
on
was.
that bike, I used to work it on my own. I'm like with a friend of course, with the help of a friend who is
Yeah.
actually a mechanic who would know things. I used
Yeah.
to, but I would love working on the bike as well,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
take it
Yeah.
around with friends. So that's the longest ride I've done. If you
Okay.
say
Cool. Cool.
I've done
That's a. Uh,
I've done other rides,
Go
but
on.
this is the most memorable ride for me so far.
Yeah. I'm
So
sure. I'm sure. given that how unpredictable that bike is, of course,
Yeah,
it's a
yeah,
it's a massive chance that you're taking on the bike. You're lovely to ride, and like you
absolutely.
said, barely any brakes, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
otherwise fantastic. Collector's
yeah,
item
yeah,
today. Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Okay. Um, what was the toughest competition that you were part of?
Okay, so I think the toughest competition was on my mountain bike, downhill race.
Hmm.
So far, this was the first time where I'm representing India for Asian level championship.
Hmm.
So this is the first, actually, the second time I am uh, in line with Asian level athletes. You know,
Right.
like our sport is really new. We are in India, obviously, other than few ball sports, the infrastructure is not so great. And
True.
riding downhill is even more difficult, but doable. There are a handful of spots. The gradients are not so great, but we still manage to do things on that. So
Yeah.
coming from such background, and I think that race is very memorable to me in terms of a lot of how do I say, a lot of things to learn. There's a
Yeah.
pressure watching all the other competitors,
Yeah.
that and you don't want to show that also at the same time. And when you start riding for practice runs and things like that, obviously people are moving fast, and then you come under pressures. You try to deal with them, and then you try to work on your own game. So that I think
Yeah.
that situation I really remember very well, and I in fact use that situation in sometimes when things go tough. I think I use those situations to realign myself and say, how did I handle that? Because
Hmm.
we've had a couple of nasty crashes in that.
Yeah.
Your fellow rider whom you're with, you representing the Piyush, you see him crash as well, and making stupid mistakes. Now we
Yeah.
laugh about them, but that's the learning part. But yeah,
Obviously. Obviously.
Asian level competing with those guys. I mean, yeah, that's that's something.
Right.
Is
So,
sorry to ask. Everyone is wishing you happy birthday.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Today is
Really?
I, I turn all of 2021 today into two.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Thank you. Thanks, Tanvir. Thanks, Sita.
Yeah.
Okay. So, uh, so one question that I wanted to ask you, and then since you're talking about downhill biking, I think any kind of professional athlete needs to have a certain level of fitness. Um,
Absolutely.
I don't think it is more or less with any sport. It's just that different types of fitness of fitness that suits that particular sport. So
Right.
what kind of fitness would you recommend for somebody who wants to do off-road motorcycle? It's a tough sport. You're riding a vehicle that's going at the rate
Okay.
of knots. What do you do?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so obviously, over the period of your time, you watch and learn a lot of other athletes what they do. The
Yeah,
sport is growing at internationally. It grows in different level. Nationally, is also growing at different level. We always try to see what's internationally going there, right? So
yeah,
in terms of, if you ask me what all it takes for you to do in terms of fitness level, you need to work right from your mind to every part of your body.
yeah.
Off-roading, you end up using everything. Like you need a good car, you need good cardio, you need good endurance, you need decent amount of strength, if not like a bodybuilder strength. You
Yeah.
need a good mental health too to make quick decisions. So everything counts. So a lot of professional athletes in India too, they go through a lot of mental training, they go through a lot of physical training,
Hmm.
and it's not just gym time. You gotta be spending your time riding your motorcycle outside too. You
Oh,
know, the being bike fit is something else. Being gym
oh,
fit is something else. You know,
absolutely.
you gotta have a nice, good balance of all these things, which gives you
Right.
a good base and a structure to do off roading. So off-roading, I
Right.
mean, I wouldn't say anything in specific, but yeah, good cardio, good gym time, good bike riding time. Very, very
Okay.
important.
Okay.
Of
Okay.
course, with mental
So
health too.
I'm going to call that out to all my Harley brothers who are there who joined on this, and generally we are on the heavier side. So if you want to be really
Yeah,
good on
yeah.
an off-road motorcycle, let's do cardio and get rid of that excess weight.
Absolutely. I'll tell you one simple thing. Okay, I get a lot of customers over here who come to Big Rock. They come from different walks of life. They're bikers at heart. Okay, um, and the very problem is the fitness level.
Yeah.
Our half day session. I've seen. It just the mind wants to do more, but the body just
True.
doesn't want to. You know
True. True.
and a lot of things when we tell people to do things, they look very simple, but when we try to tell them and teach them in a right technique, okay, those are all alien stuff for them there because you've always come with something, a particular type of style of riding a motorcycle, right? So you've
Correct.
already learned
Yeah.
something. So there is a part
Right.
of unlearning. So that requires attention. That requires, you need to be only when you are, good cardio, that will ease off your brain to make decisions. But if
Right. Right.
your heart is pumping too high, your brain is already occupied in, managing your body, and
Body.
then you
Yeah.
end up getting tired, and then, you make poor decisions. So
Absolutely. Absolutely.
that's the fitness level. Even if you do some amount of cycling, some amount of gym training, it really works. Running is also fantastic. I would recommend running too. Just to keep the cardio up.
What did you say? The last thing I lost you there. You said
Running is also
running.
nice. If you can, I
Okay.
mean, if
Okay.
it's easiest thing to do. So you just
Good.
need you just need a good pair of shoe and good good clothes to run.
Got it. Got it. And this is a question that, Nelly, I always ask people,
Hmm.
whoever has come on this show, because they all come from different parts of the motorcycling world. But I think uh, the standard response that I get is generally to have a fit body and a fit mind, because having a fit mind, is that much easier on your body and vice versa. But I believe that if you get the body right in the first place, then there's less for your mind to think about, like you just mentioned. So
Absolutely,
yeah, yeah,
absolutely.
yeah, yeah.
So you always
Fantastic.
work on you always they go hand to hand, and you should always start with the body first, obviously, and then you mentally push your limits.
Right, right, right. Okay. Welcome, Akshay. Um, so I am coming to a part where a lot of a lot of riders, a lot of my friends, a lot of people who are viewing this have moved from street motorcycles or
Hmm.
cruiser segment to
Hmm.
riding maybe a dual sport or an adventure touring motorcycle. Right. So for the benefit
Nice.
of people who are watching, can you help us understand the primary differences between like a pure off-road, a dual sport, and an adventure touring motorcycle? Short, simple explanation.
Okay.
Basic.
Sure, sure. So if I to explain in a very basic way of nutshell, okay, off-road is extreme end, okay, where your suspension travel, your tire choice, the weight of your motorcycle, everything is like, sharp and razor sharp and, a very precise sort of a machine, okay,
Yeah.
versus and meant for people who know what they're doing, you know. Then is
Yeah.
the dual sport, okay, which is just one step below, I would call it. All right. But trying to be easier on people who are knowing what to do, have a little bit of more experience of off road, and they want to get a little bit more out of them, in terms of going off road. They seek out a little more
Yeah.
adventure. So
Yeah.
they are like, I would call it as a little bit of a midweight motorcycles, or what they talk about, like the segments. Usually if you
Yeah.
talk about the CC wise, they are usually about 450 onwards towards 600 or 800 or somewhere over there.
Right. Right.
Then is the adventure touring, you can say. Over there also there is something called as, nowadays the manufacturers are making road focus and off road focus. You know,
Mhm.
so
Right.
like the 390 Adventure on the KTM is more like a road focus. You know,
Right.
although it
Right.
has a good capacity of going off road. Versus in the same segment of theirs, the 790 is also an adventure bike, but that's like more of a off-road focus, you know.
Right.
So
Right.
these are the smaller differences. Now,
Oh,
if you so there, I mean, dual sport is a little bit of a lighter bike compared to the adventure bikes and the touring bikes.
yeah. Yeah.
And to the other extreme is the dirt bikes, which are really light, really sharp,
Yeah.
everything extreme there, you know. So in the hands of people who want to do things, who know things, who can command, you know, who have a
Yeah.
good. It's in that also there are a couple of models, good models like the farm bikes, which are easier to handle because of the
Right.
usually lesser CC. So
Yeah.
you can work your levels and you know add all hone your skills as stepping stones from the smaller CC bike towards later bigger CC bikes.
Yeah. Gradual progression sort of a thing. Got
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Got
yeah.
it. Got it. I guess you also answered my next question in that I was going to ask you how is it different to ride an adventure motorcycle from an off-road motorcycle? I guess you kind of covered that one also.
Yeah.
Um, so I'll move to the next one. I only have a couple more questions for you.
Sure, sure,
Um,
sure.
People who have just all of these people who have just bought their ADVs or dual sport bikes, but they have bought them, but they have not undergone any training yet. So before they come to you guys and train, what is it that they can do as a practice to better their skills on the motorcycle?
Okay. So the adventure bikes, the biggest problem is, I mean, a lot of, as we see, it's not a problem per se. The biggest, let me put it in this way. The biggest thing which we see in people who buy the motorcycles, they have some sort of an aspiration level. Okay.
Yeah.
You need to get the aspiration level and realize the reality first, where you are, and not see your friends where they are.
True.
So it's first mental. All right. You can do it. Take your own pace. Okay. To do things. What I would recommend is take small steps. Okay. And their first problem is that the weight factor, or getting onto the motorcycle and off the motorcycle. So all these things are at the slowest and the slowest speeds. You know, all those things matter them initially. Okay. When the bike gets going on, handling the bike becomes easy. Everybody knows how to throttle, and once you're in momentum, a lot of things get easy. The only thing what I notice is people they get worried in slow speed stuff, in traffic, in parking lots, or when there is suddenly a tight turn on a trail, or things like that. So I would always I recommend always do slow things first. The drills which would so we even when you come at our park over here, we assess you. We don't judge you. We assess you from what level you are. Okay, we see how you handle. There are certain bad habits which you don't know, so we try to correct them. There are certain good habits also that you might be looking way far ahead by naturally, because usually the guys who ride fast motorcycles, they actually look ahead, so their vision is a lot more better at times, compared to guys who ride slower bikes, so so there are some good positive things also you come with. So but the first step is I feel is get your mind right in terms of don't have the fear of the bike is going to fall. Let it go. As long as you have all the guards on the motorcycle, I think they will work. Stay away from it in case if you're going to fall. Stay away from the bike. Try to stay away from the bike when it's about to fall. Don't try to fight it too much. Okay? Drop it. Doesn't matter. Lift it. So practice all the slow stuff, first, and then eventually get up. So I think it's a lot more mental first. In short, if I ask. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think a lot of people are afraid of dropping their bikes also because how much it costs for the parts to get replaced.
Absolutely.
So so I get where you're coming from. I actually train people to ride cruiser motorcycles. So I'm part of the Autocar Harley Davidson Riding Academy team, which trains people on cruiser motorcycles.
So they never want to drop their bikes.
Same challenge there. Obviously riding a bike slower, like you explained, is much tougher than when it's gained some momentum. So totally understand.
Yeah.
And for everybody out there who's listening to this, remember what Telly said. It's okay to drop the bike. Just get all of your
Yeah.
protective guards in place so that the damage is minimal. It's never going to be that you
Absolutely.
drop a bike and nothing happens, but at least
Yeah.
minimize
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
damage then. Okay.
Absolutely.
I had
And
one question
obviously,
for you from Freddie. Sorry, go on.
yeah. No, I obviously recommend not just the bike, protect yourself also. I mean, the right gears.
Absolutely, absolutely. Very, very true. Very true. You covered that one for me. But I had one question from Freddie. I don't know if he's still on or not because we lost quite a few people during that transition. But
Ready?
will you be yeah, Freddie was here, so he wanted me to ask you: will you be doing a big ADV tourer training course anytime?
So, in fact, to be very honest with you, by now, if the situation wouldn't have, you would have heard a lot of new things. Now
Okay.
things have gone south, so we are. In simple question, if you have yes, the simple question is answer is
Okay.
yes. We have planned a lot
Okay.
of things. We have a lot of ideas. It's just the time. When the time is right, you'll hear from us.
Okay, great. That's great news for everybody out there who wants to,
Yeah.
take their adventure tours to Big Rock Park.
The plans are
I've
wild,
missed
I
that
must say.
opportunity. Yeah.
No, the plan is wild, I must say, and it's
Okay.
not for and it's not just for the pros or only for the amateurs. It's for everybody.
Fantastic.
Everybody who loves
That's
to ride
fantastic.
motorcycles. So that's what we're
Okay.
thinking from.
So that's me. And I've already, I think I've missed 2 opportunities. If you remember, about 3-4 years ago was when I was supposed to
Yeah.
come over, but I couldn't get enough people to come along with me at that time. We were going to the rally in the south, and then when Debu, Freddie, all of these guys came again, I missed that opportunity. So
Yeah,
third time
I
lucky.
remember.
Hopefully, hopefully.
For sure.
Okay.
Or else we'll come there.
So now,
Wherever you are.
yeah, that would be great, Nelly. Now that you've said it, I'm on board. Let me know what you need. Great.
Good.
So now we've got about 10 minutes remaining. I believe this interesting part. Somebody's dropped a water bottle at home. Okay. Trivia. And I have kind of put together some questions where some part of motocross, some part rally, some part is just general motorcycle. Okay. Okay. Let's go. 10 questions. 10 points each. At the end of when we finish this season of doing live Instagram, we'll see who's got how many points and we'll figure out what to do with the person. Okay.
Okay. Cool.
First question. Motocross track consists of several jumps and obstacles. The mogul-like section of the track consisting of 10 or more tiny jumps in a row is called what?
I know that time. Yeah.
I lost you.
Did you hear that?
What did you say? Okay, perfect. Okay, Whoops is right. Whoops is right. So 1 out of 1. Very good.
10 numbers.
Next one.
Okay.
Next one. Which motorcycle manufacturer originally manufactured weaving looms?
I lost the question. It just broke.
I'll repeat the question. Which motorcycle manufacturer originally manufactured weaving looms?
I'm going to take a guess. I really don't know, but maybe Suzuki?
Yeah. Right guess. Suzuki. The first
Really?
Suzuki motorcycle, appeared in 52. It was a motorized bicycle called Power Free. Before that they made weaving looms. But they are not the only
Complete guess.
only company who started with
guess.
something. Something different. There are lot of other companies. Anyways, third question. This is very simple for you. Motocross racers are known for wearing bright colors and designs. What brand of motorcycle is known by its bright green color?
Kawasaki, come on, it's a no-brainer.
Okay. This one you should know, I think. Which rider, once known as the king of Supercross, is credited with inventing the trick called knack-knack?
Knack-knack, of course, Jeremy McGrath.
Jeremy McGrath. That's
Isn't it?
absolutely
Yeah,
right.
that's it. Knack-knack.
Yes, it is. He did it by accident. When he was trying to control his motorcycle, but then,
Yes.
he liked it so much that he kept doing it. This was in 1994. Okay. Fifth question. 4 out of 4 so far. Tire pattern on motocross bikes is affectionately known as what?
Lost the question again. Come again, please.
I'll repeat. The tire pattern on motocross bikes is affectionately known as what?
Knobbies.
Knobbies.
Is that what?
Knobbies. Okay. Next time I get you on Insta, I'm going to make this a lot tougher. Okay. Next question. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Which manufacturer has maximum wins at the Dakar?
On bikes, I think it's KTM, right?
Yes.
Motorcycles,
right.
It's KTM.
KTM. Absolutely right. They have 18 wins, which are consecutive 2001 to 2019, which is simply brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Now we go off a little out of your specific field in motorcycling. Who has the maximum number of MotoGP wins?
I think I think it's Valentino Rossi for sure. I'm just a fan, so I'm just guessing that name.
Yeah, true. So am I. He's got 89, which is a lot more than anybody else. Okay.
Wow. Very good.
Tremendous. Okay, this one also should be okay for you. Who has the maximum number of Dakar Rally wins?
Stephen, I think. Maximum number of Dakar Rally wins, right? I mean, it doesn't matter whether it's
on a motorcycle.
Stephen, I think. Peter Hansel.
Yes. Stephen Peter Hansel, Stefan Peter Hansel from France. An amazing 13 wins. That is just phenomenal. It's superhuman.
Sweet.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. Maximum number of Superbike World Champion wins.
No.
Okay. That's Jonathan Rea for 5 years, 2015 through 2019, consecutive 5. Amazing.
Interesting.
Now this one you may or may not know. It's a little out of place from a competitive standpoint. What is the highest selling motorcycle in the world ever?
In the world, is it?
Yeah, in the world.
Honda Cub. Yes,
Yeah.
I think Cub. Yes, Honda Cub. Yeah. I read it somewhere, yes.
Yeah. To put it in Indian terms, because we don't use millions, we use crores. 10 crores. 10 crores Super Cubs have been sold. That's a phenomenal number. Okay.
And
9 out of 10.
Not of Activas also, I guess.
Highest number of Activas. Yeah. Every second scooter in India is an Activa. That's amazing.
Isn't it?
9 out of 10. Yeah. So 9 out of 10 for you,
good score.
Nelly. Very nice. Yeah, very good score. I'll increase the number of questions later. Yeah, but last question that I have for you, before I let you go, is the career choice that you've made right now is not a run-of-the-mill career choice. It is out of the ordinary. It is not doctor bano, teacher bano, etc. It's a sportsman bano, and especially it's not cricket in India, which is the biggest game and where most money is spent. So it is really a brave decision to pursue something that you love so much, and you are actually helping the grassroots develop in this country, right? For a potential champion in the near future. So what advice would you give to youngsters who want to follow in your footsteps, CS footsteps? What would you advise to youngsters?
So there are two things. One is at younger age, you obviously feel that you can conquer everything. So keep that spirit though. But I would always obviously first always advise learning from the mistakes. I would say keep your would request not request. I would say recommend try and educate yourself as much as possible in everything what you would like to do. Okay, and always keep a backup for if not this something else. Like for me, I want to be very honest. Like you mentioned, that cricket is one of the things in India, and that's how I grew up too. And I picked up another sport is just because I kind of riding bicycles on the street, and then I like the feel of speed and everything. So the cricket was the first option, and then cycling was the second option.
Yeah.
So there was a backup sort of a thing, and I went with cycling at the times when nobody was doing also, right? So I was like, wow,
Yeah.
this is cool, this is fun. I had a handful of friends, so I would suggest that keep yourself hungry and keep yourself educating more and more about what you want to do. I think that would lead to a lot of things which you would do to improve upon. So
Right.
do the right things.
Right.
I mean, educate yourself. Like we back then, when we didn't know things, we would learn out of magazines. We would go.
Right.
We would try and then the internet came in. Then we tried to reach out to people. So we were constantly at trying to find out new things in how to's and whatnot. And then
Yeah.
that's how I. It's sort of a self-learning, but nowadays with there's so much, it's really easy nowadays, to learn
Yeah.
anything. So stay
Absolutely.
hungry, and I think try and educate yourself as much as possible. And if there is a university
Perfect.
like this, I would go there first for anything. I mean, be it a photography or for riding motorcycles. Back then there were no schools, so now unfortunately, road off road. So there is somebody out there who is going to teach you a lot of skills out there.
Yeah.
I think it could be a simple webinar also.
Yeah, I think we lost you for a bit, but what Nelly was saying, that there is a lot more opportunity today in terms of how you can learn from various schools that are available
Absolutely.
to you, and also the unlimited resources on the internet. So much better off than a couple of decades ago, and you should educate yourself as much as possible. Yeah.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yep.
Great. I think we have almost run out of time. So I want to thank you for spending time with us, Nelly. And we may have some more questions later offline. I'll share them with you and we'll respond back to viewers then. But thank you so much for your time, and I will catch up with you again sometime soon. Yeah. Great. Thanks. Thanks everybody. Stay home, stay safe, stay hungry. And yeah, sorry, go on.
No, I said thank you for having me over, and yes, look forward to see you and ride.
Absolute pleasure is mine. Thank you guys, everybody watching. Stay safe, stay home, stay hungry, and follow your passion. That's what will make you successful. Don't bother with what others are saying or doing. Do what you like, do what you love, give it 100%. For now, stay home, stay safe. Cheers.
Cheers, boys.